Puddin' Pops, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day whenever you decide to watch this. But this is the third episode of Tea and Trivia with me, your old pal Stu. And I hope that you are having a wonderful day whenever you decide to be watching this at your own convenience. What is Tea and Trivia with Stu? It is a show, very brief little show. Take a break in your day. Stop doing your work, stop doing chores, and just, you know what, just take a moment for yourself because you deserve it. So make yourself a glass of tea and, kick back with me, learn some fun facts, answer some trivia questions, and most importantly, you know what, just have a little you time because you deserve it. By the way, isn't this fantastic? Look at this. I'm obsessed with this. My neighbors gave this to me for Valentine's, and it's so me. Thanks, neighbors, for being so awesome. But this right now, when I'm filming this, is Monday, President's Day. So maybe you have the day off, or maybe you don't. But either way, here's some fun trivia about past presidents and President's Day. So hopefully by now you made yourself some tea or whatever your drink of preference is. Maybe something a little stronger, whatever. I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge. But let's get into it, shall we? Without further ado, good luck to you. Air high five. And let's play some trivia, shall we? So, as I mentioned, President's Day. It's always the third Monday of February. It's encompassing a celebration of all commanders and chiefs. The third Monday in February was the official new day of President's Day because it falls in the middle of which two presidents' birthdays? Why do we celebrate President's Day in the third week of February? Because it falls in the middle of which two presidents' birthdays? Take a second, think about that. I'll have a sip. Oh man, what a good mug. Yeah, you knew that one, I could tell. Yeah, it's Lincoln, which is on the 12th, and Washington, which is on the 22nd. Originally, President's Day was just about Washington, and that's why it was originally on the 22nd, and then they moved it to the third week to celebrate all commanders and chiefs. But it is between Lincoln and Washington's birthday. Good job. Here's a crazy question for you. Total coincidence. Wow, this is wild. Which two presidents and founding fathers died on July 4th, 1826, the 50th anniversary of the approval of the Declaration of Independence? The two founding fathers died on the same day, only hours apart, on the anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Which presidents were they? I can hear those brains thinking them out. If you were thinking John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, then I am so proud of you because you're absolutely correct. Yes, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson died only hours apart on July 4th on the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Isn't that kind of spooky? Wow, it's wild. Here's a fun one for you. The 32nd president of the United States is the first to appear on television. He did this during a World's Fair. Technology was a crucial part of this presidency's term while in office because he used it even when radio was a thing. He used radio for what he called fireside chats. So, my question to you is, who is the first president to be on TV? The first president, the 32nd president, the first one to ever be filmed and on TV. Who was that first president? Yeah, FDR. Excellent. Man, you guys are crushing this. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. You're just too smart for me. While president, John Quincy Adams had a daily routine. He would skinny dip every morning before breakfast. He would do so in the nearby river of the White House. So my question to you is, which river did John Quincy Adams skinny dip in every morning as his morning routine before breakfast? Think rivers. What rivers would that be? Would it be the Potomac? Yeah, it is! Potomac River! Guys, you're doing so good. I'm so amazed with you. Which president had plenty of money from his family-owned money and trust that he didn't need money. He was doing just fine. So he donated all of his presidential salary to charities. Which president donated all of his presidential salary to charities because he had enough money from his family? I'm going to give you a second about that one. All his presidential bucks went to charity. I'm going to give you the answer in my best impression of this president. You ready? I've been practicing. The answer is John F. Kennedy Jr. That was so good. But I don't know why I said junior, because it's not junior. I couldn't stop the accent from going on. It's JFK. It is. It's not John. That would be weird because he wasn't president. But yes, John F. Kennedy. He donated all of his presidential salaries to charity because he was doing just fine with the Kennedy money. So pretty cool, isn't it? All the money went to charity. Most people don't talk about that about Kennedy, but now you know. You can tell your friends about it and impress them. And one more thing before we move on. And this is not really like a question. It's just more like, I just want to help out. I want to defend the big men who served as president because we big men got to stick together. So this is a little just fun kind of clarifying something because it was a big rumor and has been for a long time. But William Howard Taft, he was a big bone brother. I've never used that expression before, nor will I again, but it just came out and now it's happening, so it's fine. But William Howard Taft, he did not at any point actually get stuck in a bathtub, despite what people have said about him. It never happened. One time he did go into a tub, and because of his weight, the water overflowed and went down in a hotel. You know what? It doesn't matter. The important part is he never got stuck in a bathtub. So you can stop that spreading that rumor. I know you are. I know you've been telling people about it, but it's not true. And he never got stuck about it. So just trying to help out my big brother presidents and clarify any rude rumors about it. He is, I'm sure, smiling down from wherever he is, thinking, "Thanks, Stu, for clarifying that rumor about me." Oh, man. Another really cool thing happening this week is the 90th anniversary of Pluto. Of course, poor little Pluto, we all know, was demoted from planet to dwarf planet. People are still really hot up about that. They're like, this is rude. But however you want, science says it's a dwarf planet, not an actual planet. So sorry, Pluto, but we still love you and think of you fondly. So I thought I'd ask some questions about our solar system and about some planets and see how you do. And spend some time this week checking out the planets and give Pluto some love. He's had a hard go. Saturn has many moons, over 100. But do you know which two planets have no moons? Many of our planets have more than one moon. We have one, obviously, but many planets have more. But there are two that have no moons. Which planets are those? Mercury and Venus. Mercury and Venus. We're not exactly sure why they don't have moons, but they're not there. Maybe they got in a fight or something and they stormed out. Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, and Neptune. Those four planets, they're all the same type of planet. What type of planet are those four? Which type of planet are those four? So we're talking about Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. These are 4 planets, and they're all the same type of planet. Which type is that? I'm gonna drink out of my amazing mug. They are gas giant planets. They're gassy gals. They're gassy. Uh, yeah, they're gas giant planets. Earth is a terrestrial planet, but Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, they're real gassy. Gas giant planets. If you didn't know, now you know. Impress your friends. Which planet is the flattest of our planets in our solar system? Maybe went on a diet, maybe did that keto thing, or was it keto? Keto Kaelin? I don't know. But which is the flattest of our planets? That was so ridiculous. Kato Kaelin is probably like, is someone talking about me? Someone remembers me? If you don't know who that is, by the way, you should Google it because he's an infamous house guest. Sorry, it's tangent. It's Saturn. Saturn is our flattest planet. Hopefully my tangent about Kato Kaelin gave you some time to think about it. But Saturn is our flattest. Before we move on, I can't pass this round without asking a question about one of the greatest planets of all, Captain Planet. Oh, y'all. He's our hero. He's going to bring pollution down to 0. This is a crazy question, and if you don't know the answer, it's okay, because you will. And I was like, when I learned this, I was like, poof. Also, you'll probably see Captain Planet differently. But which A-list celeb was first cast as the voice of Captain Planet? This A-list celeb recorded 6 episodes before backing out of the cartoon project. Which A-list celeb, and I'm going to kind of give you a clue. If you think about Captain Planet, what Captain Planet looks like, he actually kind of looks like this celebrity that was originally cast to be him. So which A-list celeb was the first voice of Captain Planet before backing out of the project? It was really surprising me when I heard about this. I was like, what? But he does kind of look like him. Are you ready? Prepared for it? How could you be prepared for it? You didn't even know the answer. It's Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was first cast to be the voice of Captain Planet. Then after 6 episodes, backed out of the project. But we don't know why. But doesn't Captain Planet kind of look like Tom Cruise? Now that you know that, kind of like, oh, makes all sense. But we never know why he left the project. But he was the original voice of Captain Planet. We never heard his voice because those 6 episodes they were recorded over with the new Captain Planet. But he was the first to be cast. So there you go, Tom Cruise. And before we go, I thought I'd just do a really quick, fun celeb questions for you. These are all celebs who are having a birthday this week. So let's see if you can name these celebs. This recording artist is turning 29 this week. Sold millions of albums, and the names of each album are a mathematical symbol. Which artist is turning 29, sold millions of albums, and each of his albums has a mathematical symbol as the name of it? Yeah, of course you know this one. It's Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, 29 this week. Oh, this is a thinker. This actor is turning 55 this week. Had a string of hit films in the 80s and 90s. Worked with big names. Ben Stiller. He worked with Ben Stiller in a mega hit comedy in the 90s. Worked with Patrick Swayze in a big film in the 80s. He was also in 2004's Crash. Remember that movie, Crash? Which actor is turning 55 this week? Was in the film Crash. Did a big comedy with Ben Stiller. Was in was not really one in the 80s with Patrick Swayze. Like there was drama and action to it. It was a very popular movie. Are you thinking to yourself, is it that one guy who was really creepy and Something About Mary? You're correct. You're absolutely correct. What was his name? It's, ready? You need a moment? I'll give you a second. No, now you're ready? Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon. Remember who's also in that movie Wild Things? Whew, man, how can you forget that movie? I wonder what he's doing these days. Someone should reach out to him and make sure he's okay. And lastly, this actor is turning 62, been a fixture on our TV for decades, but it was his music career that put him on the map. The role he's best known for playing on TV and the artists that put him on the map are like totally opposite ends of the spectrum. So, who is turning 62 this week? Been on the TV for decades, but his music career is what put him on the map, made him a celebrity. So, who is it? Maybe if I put some frozen water in my hot beverage, it would become iced tea. Oh, man. But yeah, he's turning 62 this week. So there you go. Some fun questions for you. All right, everybody, that's it. That's my time. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned some interesting things that you can impress your coworkers and friends and family with. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I always have fun little trivia puzzles and trivia games on there, so please do so. Stupendous Productions. Oh, my hat right there. Stupendous Productions. And of course, if you want to follow these adventures with me on YouTube, I would be so grateful. And until next time, sending you what the world needs most right now. Peace, love, and bear hugs. Bye, everybody. See you next week.